Hey, sorry. Oh, yeah. There we go. Sorry. I kind of jumped into this in a rush. We're gonna reset this. There we go. I started in a rush. So I just got the power back on and everything back up and running, and want to get this done before it's too late. Probably take an hour or so. All right, and start. Let's pretend we got that chest. Grab. Probably should grab them anyway. Because those are check chests. Okay. I'll get the hang of this in a matter of moments, I'm sure. Positive. Okay, how's your night going, Kale? Why are my... Whoa, what's happening here? Okay, something's going on with my buttons. Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay, so something's up here. Something is up with the controls. Okay. There we go. Okay. You know, I don't understand why it does that, but once in a while, things just forget my settings. But now we're ready to rock. Did you have COVID, Kale? Is that what was happening? Just sick. Oh, good. I had it a month ago, and it was nasty. Like, I have both shots and booster, and it was brutal. Okay, so we'll say 41 seconds. It takes a long time, actually. So silence. 41. Okay, so we've now done silence. I guess on our way back, we'll stop at Zealand. So what I'm doing is timing how long it takes to do, if I can get the buttons down, how long it takes to do each kind of area / dungeon. And then back. Give or take. So about another 41 seconds if you're... 40 seconds if you're quick. Zila. Yeah, Lady Starbird asked if somebody could time every dungeon so she could mark it down, and that way it'd help, you know, if you're speedrunning the seed, it would help you, like, okay, if I don't have to go here, it'll save me this many amount of seconds. You can more kind of judge or time your run that way. See where you're saving. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is trying to figure out how long it should take you to get through, you know, give or take a couple of seconds. Real world sort of statistics. And then you can kind of optimize from there, right? You can, you know, if you don't make any mistakes, you have perfect pathing, you know, it should only take you this long to get through here. So, if we're doing this... we won't grab any chests, we'll just do the walk. So most people don't grab chests here. I typically do if I come here early. "16 seconds. So, if we look for hanger, 16 seconds. Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to know exactly how long each area will take. It's great. So there, we found the guard robe. Perfect. Nothing else I can do here, so we're gonna move on to... I guess I'll equip some things while we're here. Might as well, right? Such good armor right off the bat. Guard robe, silver rod. I got Ren, like, right cross ring and napalm shot. We got the moon slasher right off the bat, plus a laser barrier. Seth didn't get anything. Chaz got a guard sword, like... and ceramic mail, like, right off the hop. This seed was so good. Yeah, Kale, I don't know if you read, but this seed specifically, it was 20 minutes in, and I had all but one objective completed. It was 20 minutes in, I was level 30, I had that kind of gear, and had everything but one mission done. I was vibrating with excitement on the possibilities of being able to finish this seed in like 45 minutes. It was entirely possible. All I needed was the Alshaline. Like, the hunt missions were easy. Like, Rescue Demi took seconds. Wreckage was nothing. Mile Ranch, Lydia Tower, Talk to Mio only required the Ice Digger. The Hangar was nothing. You pretty much did it right off the bat. Pieta Basement, that's the first place you go anyway. And then Talk to Seed, you need the Alshaline. The Alshaline was in Grubert Tower. It was in Grubert Tower, and it happened to be the place that I just wanted to go last. Which, my own habits bit me in the end. But I ended up doing a full clear in an hour 27, which is spectacular. So we're not going to time Hidari getting the chest, because a lot of people in these runs will sometimes go to the stores and buy things as well, so the town runs could take a lot longer or be a lot quicker. So we're not going to worry about that for now, but we're going to time the passageway for sure. So we'll get this ready to go. And because there's key item checks, we're gonna have to time how long it takes to grab the chests. So that just is the crystal. Nothing spectacular there. Some cash. So about 40 seconds. Starting to notice a pattern here. So passage. 40 seconds. And a note. Aido, same thing. Not gonna time specifically for the fact that it is a town. You're grabbing the checks, yes, but you're also gonna be stopping at the shops. There's like 11 of them in town. So you're gonna be stopping at both of those, doing a little bit of shopping, browsing, whatever the case may be. But for the sake of completing the seed, we do need to do the check. Oops. So for anyone who's new to these randomizers, this is where the check is, the back of town. Look at that guard mail already. Guard mail. Just bonkers. It's nice not to have to like think too much and not rip through the seed as fast as possible. I can actually take my time, explore, get everything prepped. I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly, there is a magic lamp here, so I am absolutely going to grab that. Oh, wait. I absolutely... Oh, I got the Swift Helm. I found the Swift Helm. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, there it is. Magic lamp. So we'll grab that. And then we'll head on to the wreckage. Again, for anybody else not familiar, this is usually a pretty good order of operations when you're running through a seed like this. You start off in on Rycross, you're doing Silence Tower, and then it's... Some people wait to do all the space travel as you're going to those specific planets to do everything. Me personally, I do like to stop along the way to my to the destination I'm going to be spending the most time. So I did Rycross, and I did Sealand, and Desolus, and then just to get all the early gear I possibly can, and any potential key items that may help me fully explore the whole game rather than just one or two areas. Since I didn't find the Ice Digger, I can't do anything else on Desolus. I'm too weak for Rycross, too weak for Kiran. I'm spending most of my time on Motavia, so that's exactly where I'm... that was my last stop, and that's where I'm going to start making what I call my loop. Where you start off at the spaceport, you do Kaderi, up through the passage, down to Aido, up to the wreckage, and then straight down to everything else. And it's just one constant line. And then you loop back to the spaceport when you're done, so I call it a loop. Or the loop. And here. So here, the only check is at the end of the dungeon, so I'm not going to be grabbing any chests along this route. We're just heading straight to the end of the dungeon. Except maybe this one. Since it's right there. And maybe that one. Since it's right there. 47 seconds. And there's the ice digger. So from here, you would typically warp out. You'd probably have wreckage. You'd either have escape pipe, or you would have Highness by now. So you wouldn't be walking back like I am. So 47 seconds. Yeah, I'll grab the chest while I'm out. Well, I'm heading out as well. Pretty well mostly useless loot anyway. You don't really need a whole ton of money in this. Like, you need later, yeah, some money. You get enough of the bosses that you really don't have to worry about checking every chest. Early game, if you feel inclined to spend the extra, like in this dungeon, for example, you'd be spending an extra, like there's one chest up there, probably take you 5 seconds. This one would probably take you 10 seconds out of the way, so maybe like an extra 15 seconds for, and we got nothing out of it, so nothing helpful anyway. Of course, being a randomizer, you don't know if it is going to be something helpful or not, but to save that 15 seconds, you might as well just go for the easy chests and move on. There's a town there. We'll just grab the teleport point. Zima's another town. It's another check, but I can't do anything with it anyway since I don't have the Elshleen. I know exactly where it is. But we will be timing that when we come back. But we're just going to grab the teleport point. Same with Mile. Don't really need to do anything here because I can't yet anyway. In this case, I will use the magic lamp. And we're just going to grab a level here. Aussie Bolt, Ryuka right off the bat. So continuing the loop, like I said, so coming down from, you know, wreckage, stop there, you work your way down, and then here's the next dungeon. So town, same thing. A lot of people come here. They might busy themselves in town and not worry too much about hitting the basement yet. So what we're gonna do is once we start the dungeon, we'll start timing. So now. Everybody plays a little bit differently. Some people grab the chest, some people don't. So that took 15 seconds. 15 seconds to the boss. Nice, short, quick. And then we're gonna fight. Soul Slug. Beautiful thing here. Oh, do I not have it yet? Okay. Do I? No. Explode. There we go. Explode is pretty much what's gonna finish this boss off nice and quick. Or just a couple of really good attacks. And then the Algo ring. So we've got Raycross, we've got Algo right off the bat. Give that to Chaz. I don't think anyone has... Still have Ryuka. Okay. So 2 different people have Highness and Ryuka in the seed, which is great. Makes things so much faster, so you don't have to waste a bunch of time at the shops buying a bunch of equipment just to get around quickly. I think it just comes in a couple of levels. So we'll get you to Mile. The other thing I did in this seed, because the skills I had permitted it, is I did a quick grind right here at level 4. So for anyone new, this is a perfect spot to grind. It's called Valhalla Fort. There's an enemy we're looking for, excuse me, called the Vorpals. That's not them. They do not attack unless you attack them with a regular attack. So as long as you use like a special ability, feel free to grind them. They're worth a ton of experience. Generally, you can go from level 1 to 15 in one battle. You just gotta find them. My luck, when I ran the seed the first time, I found them first try. Very first try. Not gonna have that luck today, I don't think. Nope. That won't do. There's the Vorpals, but they had a friend. Friend of which took Kira one shot. Some people grind in the passage. It is quicker because it requires less resets. Here we go. These are Vorpals. So use Plausible. You can't do anything, so you can use that. Explode will take one of these out. And you can use that. Barrier, Rayblade, Ryuka, Profound Star, Explode, Barrier, Rez, Highness, Tandle, Reaver. Right off the bat. So nice. Highness, Ryuka. Some decent stuff there. So here you would use Ryuka to quickly rip back to Kaderi if that was to get there quicker. I just choose to drive because I'm not in any particular rush. Okay. Next thing is Mile. We don't need to time because quite literally it's right here. So we'll put up the barrier, put up some vision. You can use that. You can attack. You should have the ban. So this is a good setup for just about any boss that you come across. You set up your... another good one to use right off the bat is your Swift Helm, which I should have here somewhere. Right there, very last piece. And then what that'll do is increase your speed, so you can get a full round in without being attacked, without being interrupted. Get your heals in if you need. See, with Barrier and Deban, you know, taking almost no damage from this thing. Just use Rayblade, attack, attack, and attack. This thing has just shy of 1,500 hit points. So with the gear that we have, if we were rushing through it, really would take a couple of minutes. Nothing bad. This guy's a nice easy boss for this area. So very good boss luck right off the bat. Talk to this guy, get a guard suit, which goes to Seth. So we've already found a ton of guard gear, like literally within the first couple of places we checked. This was such a jet seed. So with our hunt missions, we've now completed 4, and we've done almost nothing. The very first one lists Rescue Demi. We have the levels to do it. It's literally right here. And there was a... So again, in my seed, it was literally 15 minutes in. I was already here, completed almost everything, and I was... By the time I finished killing Juza, I was like in like low 20s. Yeah, it was... this is a fantastic seed. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Alright, Kira. Highness. Let's try that again. I almost forgot what I'm doing here. The whole point of this. Several chests in this place are all really out of the way. So there really is no point in grabbing any of them. Cross this bridge. And so about 44 seconds to the boss. So this is Isles Fort. To Juza, we'll go 0, 4, and then we'll also time it to go to Demi after we're done killing servants. So beautiful thing here is we can just literally defend, use the goddess. That's fine. Also fine. And she gets 2 of them pretty well right off the bat. Or you can just... What I could have also done was set one of these to explode, and that would have done it as well. Okay, he's done. And then we're going to time how long it takes to get to Demi to finish the check. Ten more seconds. And then we got the Arrow Prison. Perfect. So we would just go Kira. Get out of here. Replenish our stock. So now, on the perfect game, we are maybe 20 minutes in tops, and we have 3 checks to do with only 1 key item remaining. Ladea Tower, which is part of the loop. Meow, you need the Ice Digger, which we just got, and we're gonna save it, because space travel takes time. I'm gonna actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna time how long it takes to travel between planets, space travel, as well. So we're gonna try to save, or have as few space travel moments as possible. So we're gonna save Meow till last. We're gonna go right to Ladea Tower. We've got about 1 stop to make on the way. Well, 2 technically. So we gotta stop at Molcom and do the check there. The Hal Key. So about 10 seconds. We'll just pop this right after pop this here right after passage. So make that stop, do that check. Okay, so we've done Academy. Done Passage. Done Wreckage, Fort, Sealand, Silence. Done the Hangar. So everything red, we can't go yet. Everything green, we can with the items that we have. Anything white, you can normally go all the time. So next step, stop at Krupp, check the shops, grab the warp point, because you'll need to come back here. If you're going to do soldiers, or you're going to come back and do Tenno, you're going to want to stop here in Krupp. Continue on to Monson. Monson, there's a shop to check, but there's also this. This is, we call the Monson Fissure. There is a check down here plus a boss. So we're going to see how long it takes to do Monson Fissure. I moved that by accident. So, about 14 seconds for Monson. Should just call it Fissure. About 14 seconds. This is a gamble. Level 20, this is a gamble. It depends on what boss you have. If you have a really, really, really hard boss, you're probably going to want to come back. This one, it's just some blood sabers. At this point, it was as easy as just explode, death, explode, and death spell. Might as well use that just in case. Explode. And death. Easy as that. This boss took no time at all. And the Palmer Ring. So, Technique, Kira, Highness. Have any keys yet that I picked up and didn't write it down. So we do have the Valhalla key, okay, which we're not ready to go to Valhalla for it yet. Valhalla for it would be bad. Next stop, we're gonna stop in Termai. You check the shops, Hydrofoil South, and we have Ladea Tower, which is on our checklist. So we were heading here anyway. It was part of the checklist. It just was all a fun little coincidence. So we're gonna mark Ladea and start the timer. Ladea, all the chests are way out of the way regardless. So there's absolutely no need to grab anything from here. By the time you come here, you've got usually good enough mid-game gear to get you through regardless. So it's not necessary to deviate from the path. It's pretty linear for the most part. There's not too many places that you can stray from. One path. The only chest you might check is maybe that one. And there's the boss. 48 seconds. So this fight would be hit or miss. If you were at a lower level, which sometimes you come here at like level 18, 19, 20, this would be a tough one. We're going to go all out here. We're going to... definitely going to get the Swift Helm going. You're going to attack. You've got Blessing now, so we're gonna use that. This guy's pretty much immune from physical attacks. There's really not a heck of a lot Seth can do at this moment in time. Okay. We are gonna Posy Bolt. We're gonna Reaver. I didn't pick up Guard Rod yet, eh? I'm gonna attack. Crap, I've got really no big healing. You've got Jysar, so you're gonna do that. You're gonna do Reaver. You're gonna attack. Bad timing. I'm good with that. Osbolt. You can Rayblade. You can Tandle. You can attack because whatever. You can heal her. That's right, keep attacking him. I'm good with that. This boss has also about 1,500 hit points, I believe, if I remember correctly. Now, Raj is dead. So we're going to go under damage control here. We're going to Reaver. Oh, you are going to Jysar. You are going to Reaver. You're going to attack. We're going to make sure everybody survives here. I had a much easier time with this boss the first time around. Again. So this time you're going to attack. You're going to Jysar. You're going to Reaver again. Hopefully you can go first. Nope. Yes, hit Chaz, thank you. Possible. You're gonna Rayblade. Tandle, attack. You are gonna Giant Grace yourself. Oh. And Ren's dead, nothing I can do there. Okay. Whatever. Maybe he'll die soon. There we go. And now I got Miracle. Laser Barrier. Great. So, Android recovers regardless. We're gonna Highness out of here. We're level 25, 26. So at this point, there is really nothing else except for maybe Tano. You wouldn't normally do that in a run like this specifically because it takes so long unless you were sure that's where you needed to go. We've done Edo, Molka, Mile, and Kaderi, so we have all those. Rappy Cave, I already know Rephase is there, so we're not at a level to tackle him yet regardless. But, for the sake of timing, we're gonna go do that. Kira, Ryuka. We are gonna go to Kaderi to heal up, and then we're gonna try timing Rappy Cave. Perfect. Another short dungeon. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, 18 seconds. Oh, it was King Rappy. Ah, right on. Okay, this should be quick. Vision. Handle. Attack. Where was Rephase again? Now I don't remember. That's okay, good thing we're playing through it again. Yeah, definitely gonna want that up. So you're gonna recover. You're going to Ray Blade. Handle, attack. You've got Miracle now, good. You've got a good enough weapon, so you can probably just straight up attack. Ow! That hurt. Ray Blade. That's fine. Handle. You can heal Seth. Wow. Possible. You can. Reaver. I did not have this much trouble with these bosses the first time around. Pretty sure Rappy's around 2,000 hit points, if I remember correctly. So it really shouldn't take a long time to do our miracle. Yeah. Get our silver circlet. Go. So now we've done Rappy. Rappy's timed at 18 seconds. We can do Vahal, Valley Maze, Tano. Okay, so we're going to... We've already done the Monson Fissure. So what we're going to do is we're going to time Valley Maze all the way to the end of Tunnel's Cellar. There's no boss here, just straight walk. This is the walk I'm thinking is going to just take forever. This is a long way to go. So there's a couple of chests in here that don't really have any significant value. One up to the right path. We're going to take the left one. In this middle portion, there is nothing. Stick to the far left path. And in the last section, there is a check on the right side, but to exit, stick to the left. And on the very... This is just a hallway. Tano. Grandfather Doran in this tent gives you an item, but we're not going to stop and get it yet. Or at all, I should say. Cellar's back here. Just a straight shot north. Wrap around these little compartment areas. Storage rooms, I guess. Down the stairs. Down the stairs. And because they so conveniently close and lock that door, we've got just have to wrap our way around this convenient little hole that just happens to be back here. So a minute and a half almost down here. That is quite the walk. But we can mark these off now. And then as I was talking about the loop earlier, so now that we've made it all the way out, we're going to go all the way back, and then we're going to leave the planet. Since we now have the Ice Digger, we have 1 item to go. We have 2 hunt missions to go. 1 of them is in our destination. Okay, so we're also gonna time space travel. I'm gonna retime that. We're gonna do that again. Feel I did something wrong there. 8 seconds. That's better. Yeah, that makes sense. Space travel 8 seconds. So we're gonna grab our Ice Digger. We're gonna go talk to Meow. Right, Meow. There's a check here. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's good gear. So you definitely want to check this place. There's a couple of chests that are super close by, really convenient to grab. The one's right there to the right. And one is right there. So if you find yourself coming here super early and you need some gear, not bad to just stop and grab those. I always do that. They're not bad to get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. NPCs are the true end boss of this. So we'll call it about 42 seconds. Miss Valley. $42 seconds. So that was the cycle one. That's going to get us into Nervous. Which also happens to be Raj's best weapon. Don't need anything there. Okay. So the next stop on this magical little journey is going to be Mies. There's a town where you can run around, grab, check the shops, grab your items, whatever you may need. And hydrofoil's faster, so if you have a long ways between ice barriers, not a bad idea to do that. Here's the climate center. There's a boss immediately at the opening, so we're not going to start timing here because sometimes it takes a little bit to fight. This isn't going to be a big deal specifically because, like earlier, one Nagatus will pretty much wipe out. Sometimes all 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 1, but that's why I have explode as a backup. And we're gonna start timing now. So you take the right path. The elevators. Stick left. Around the wall. Another elevator. And then we're basically at the end boss. So, which conveniently enough is a variant, which means he can be exploded, or deathed, or exploded, or death. But in this case, exploded. And now we've got the plate key. So, 41 seconds for... soldier... And we've done... Climate Center. Okay. Got that recorded. So Desolus obviously has its own loop as well. Normally, unless it's a requirement, you wouldn't normally spend all the extra time going to the Climate Center. Your main focus is going to be on your hunt missions that you currently have. Mies is another stop for shops. I don't normally stop there personally, but... it's a good waypoint if you're going to Grubert Tower to be able to warp straight to me, so sometimes you grab it as just a teleport point. Now, next stop is going to be here. Here you have one path, so we're going to time this. There's chests to the right, in the right room. We don't need to stop to grab those. We've got all the most of the gear that we need. Go to the center. Down the stairs, through the doorway. Sacred Sword Cave. In the vanilla game, this is where you get the Alcidian. But it's just another check in this randomizer. 44 seconds. And we got the motoring now. Equip that to Raja, so he's got fire resistance. And then what we will do is finance ourselves out of here. You have to leave the building in order to Ryuka. But generally, you would just use Kira to Ryuka right back to the Esper Mansion. And that warps you right back out front, and you continue your journey. But I'm going to go back in and see what those chests were. Seth needs some daggers. And again, if you're low on equipment and you're here early and you need to find something, not a bad idea to quickly check these. Just 4 of them. Psymail. Iron Gamer with the raid. Nerd! IG! Thanks for the raid, man. You are a beautiful human being. Raiders, raiders, raiders. What's going on, Profe? What are you doing, bud? Holy mackerel, another... oh, Falcon. Sawyer. What's going on, you beautiful human beings? Thank you so much for the reads. What a coincidence. IG and Falcon. What are the odds you would both show up at roughly the same time? Double raid. So what we're doing here today, we're not running a seed. We're not timing a quick run. I'm basically going through the game, explaining each part, the reasons why I do things, and I'm timing how long it takes for, you know, the entrance of a place or a dungeon or like a check you need to make. I'm going to time from beginning to end to see how long it takes to finish it, to get from one place to the other. And that'll hopefully help future runners optimize their routes. You know, if I go here, it's going to take me this long. So that's what we're up to today. So right now we've made it to the Gumbius Temple. And the checks are in the basement. Uh, 13 seconds. It would have been taking me another 2 seconds to run that short distance. Thunder rank. Okay. So, Gumbius. 13 seconds. Yes. Class is in session. Dr. Profe, please pay attention. We're going to warp back out to Gumbius, because that puts us right outside of town, where we can quickly grab our Ice Digger. No! You're not my supervisor. You know, in this classroom, we still use the strap. So, you know, if you're not going to listen, hold out your wrist. I'm just playing. We've already done Mist Valley, we've done Gumbius, we've done Esper, we've done Climate. Oh! So a part of the loop for Desolus, when you start at the spaceport in Tyler, the hangar, and you work your way up through the towns to Climate, you wrap down to Esper, wrap back around to Gumbius underneath, and then you end up here. Here's usually your last stop. It's a very quick check. There's one chest. It's an easy part of the dungeon. The elevator. That's a paddling. Staring at my paddle? Oh, you better believe that's a paddling. Through the elevator. Straight up to the belts. This is where a lot of people get confused. There is a switch right here. It doesn't look like a switch, but it reverses the direction of this this belt, so you can continue on. It doesn't look like anything, so most people just ignore it, think it's nothing, and get stuck. This doorway, chest is just basically right around the corner. So about 44 seconds, and we've got a guard rod. So weapons plant takes 44 seconds. I hit the split late. Guard Rod is useless right now for me because Raja has... holy mackerel, you guys are basic. Raja has a Psycho Wand. Guard Rod is really good because it can basically have a... It's a full party heal, similar to Gyrez, which is middle of the road spell for all party heal. You can use the item instead infinitely. It's very, very good find, very useful, especially against Profound Darkness, the end boss. So we are going to warp out of here. And we're going to go to Mies. So normally I save this for last. We are about approximately a decent level. Actually, you know what? Who was the boss there again? I don't think it was anybody special. So we're going to go to Garbage Tower right now. It's right here. Just slightly up north. I don't know. And everybody's going to get a first-hand look on why everybody calls it Garbage Tower. I don't actually have the Eclipse Torch yet, so I can't do that. What we can do, since we're basically done here, I am actually going to go to Air Castle. I thought I had the Eclipse Torch already. It's not. We are going to use the Arrow Prism. Okay. It's a very long dungeon. In vanilla, it's extraordinarily long. Grab that. But in this game, they open the first barriers, so you skip probably a good 70% of this place. Take the left stairs. Pop down these stairs. Profe, are you hanging around? Are you still here? Hanging out? So, Dumpster said he can, if you want a duo on the commentary, he can help. Noob Tree, I think he either wants to help or run. We're going to stop here for the battle. So first part of Air Castle is going to be, we'll just call it triplets. And I think Apple Lady is also going to do something. She's either going to run, race, something along those lines. There's going to be, all of them want in, really. So we got to figure out some way to accommodate everybody, whether they're going to announce, be part of the race, if they want their own run. This could be really cool. Lots of participation. Triplets. So minute 10. That's actually not that bad considering. I mean, it's one of the longer parts in the game, but actually doing Valley Maze, Tonneau, and Cellar is actually 17 seconds longer than doing Air Castle. So actually Air Castle's faster than doing Tonneau, which is really good to know because Air Castle has 2 checks or Tonneau has 1, and it's shorter. So you should be actually less afraid of doing Air Castle up to this point. Like if you even just want to get the first check. But the downside is when you start diving into the basement of Air Castle, that's where it starts taking a long time. Juza is going to be really quick. He's got basically exactly 1,500 hit points. He's here. It's a high mental spot, so I'm probably going to put up a barrier. But we're going to Ray Blade. We're going to Tandle. He's just straight up going to attack. You don't have anything worth it, so you're just going to attack. I hope everybody's learning something. And we're going to just go all out. Possible Ray Blade, Tandle, attack, and attack. Okay, so that's triplets, and then to Sheik, resets. We need to Highness out of here. Start the timer. So we got to go back to the beginning, because that first barrier we ran into, that's where we need to go. So the quickest way is going right back to the beginning. Going through here again. And now the barrier's gone, so you can go straight in and down to the basement. So rule of thumb for this area is clockwise going down, counterclockwise coming up. Going clockwise down, or counterclockwise down. Sorry. Counterclockwise going down, clockwise going up. Totally got that backwards. I was just testing everybody to make sure they are paying attention. So now we're gonna go clockwise. Because both sides basically mirror each other. So just about 2 minutes till you get to this chest. And that's where we fight the boss of the air castle. And what a boss he is. We are going to play it safe on this one. Definitely going to Swift Helm to bring the speed up. I don't know how you end up sparked twice. That made no sense to me. And we're gonna Blessing here to bring up our... So Barrier brings up your magic defense. Visions raise your dexterity, so you can pretty well crit most of the time. Swift Helm brings up your speed, and then Blessing brings up your normal defense. Pulse Bolt. Blade, Candle. Chaz got hit, but it's not a big deal. You can just straight up attack, you can attack. Corrosion, I think, is what's really going to hurt here. Not as bad as I thought it was going to. Pulse Bolt, Blade, Candle, attack. You know what, I don't need to waste my miracle yet. You can just attack. Doesn't look like he's hitting me very hard, so... Shadowbind basically slows you down, undoes your Swift Helm for the most part. It's not the biggest deal. I'm not in a real big concern for healing because he's not hitting very hard, so... I think he's also closer to 3,000 or 4,000 hit points. So this can be a long drawn-out fight depending on the spells and weapons that you have. Mind Blast just puts somebody to sleep. If you're lucky, you get good RNG, they'll wake up right away. If not, he's going to be snoozing for a few rounds, and you end up losing him. You can still heal him, everything, but you can't really attack with him. There, see, he woke up already, so we're good. Chaz also really low on health, so right now we're going to actually use our first Miracle. Miracle's a full party healing, and one of the only full party healing skills that actually heals androids as well. And it didn't matter, because he's dead. Again, nice. And we got the Cyrobe, which I guess I could probably give to Kira. Just got the Thunderang, Cyrobe. Cyrobe's got a really good amount of magic defense, so it's usually pretty good. Even if you end up with at the end boss a Cyrobe, not a big deal. Psy armor is pretty good against magic attacks. So we're gonna Highness the heck out of here. Your castle. And now we're gonna go to Kiran, because I'm also very, very curious how long it takes to walk Kiran. Very maze-like, so... Ah. There we go. Elevator, doorway. Stick to the top, upper path. Follow the... Those flashing lines generally mean you're going the right way. Not every dungeon has them, so it's not always like a foolproof guide, but most of the time if you see them, you're heading the right direction. right. Left is a treasure chest. It's probably not even worth going to get. Immediately through the doorways in these parts. Straight through the doorways. Down the halls are more chests. There's 2 in the first area. Oh, and I goofed there. 2 in the first area, 1 in the second area. It's okay, we can knock about a second off for that little slip up there. And so 1:32. Not bad. It's not bad, actually. A little longer than Tano, actually. Okay, so this is the normal boss for Kiran, Dark Force 1. As Coin would usually have me say, is this even randomized? If Coin Chaser were here, he'd be proud of that. Magid, very nice. We'll get you doing the Swift Helm because I want to do as much damage as humanly possible here. So bring up the magic defense, bring up the speed, Ray Blade. I guess I probably could use Vision, but Magid. Dark Force, I think, has just shy of 2,000 hit points. I could be wrong. He's not hitting very hard either, but Chaz is low on HP. So we'll get you using your Pause Bolts, Ray Blade, Magid. Do you have Vision? No, not yet? Okay, cool. You can use a Miracle for now. Very nice. Pause Bolt, Ray Blade. You don't have Vision, do you? No? No big deal. Good. Attack. And attack. But for the most part, like the vanilla game, you'd be here around level 25 with a lot weaker equipment and spells. So this battle can be kind of tough, a little bit drawn out. Right here, it's just a matter of going through the motions. This is a nice fight. Slash Hewn regen. Melee dagger. That's good because Seth really needed a better weapon. Give him that. Oh, and the power shield. Excellent. I do have that. Power shield you can use as a weapon. Instead of Swift, which brings up your attack, power shield can do it. So that's actually a really good find. Kira, Highness. So, Kiran, we're at 1. And we're at 133. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so now we are of decent levels. We did weapons plant. We can do nervous, Valhall. Okay, so I guess we'll go to Raycross. If I remember correctly, the Alcidian is in one of these places. If I remember correctly. I like to check out strength first. What order you do these towers literally makes no difference. Courage is generally a little tougher. For sometimes, again, depending on the boss that's there. But, oh, I guess I should, so used to, like, just going all the time. I don't even think, like, oh yeah, I gotta time these. Okay. So ignore the first stairs, that just leads to more treasure chests. Take the one over here. We go down. And what happened there? There we go. We can knock off strength because we're here. Okay. Dark Force 2. Here is never really a bad thing. This is decent, but we're still gonna play it safe. We are gonna barrier. Vision. You are going to Swift Helm. You're gonna Power Shield. You could use the extra attack. Which I think is near the back of my... Nope. There it is. And you're gonna bless it. Magic defense, dexterity, bring up his attack. He's gonna need it. Swift Helm, bring up the speed. Evil Eye's an amazing first attack. Basically does nothing, so it's like a free turn. And then we're gonna go all out. Best attacks from everybody. You're gonna Magid. You can just straight attack now. And you're gonna attack. 300 damage. Much better than the 50 he was doing before. No need to panic, no need to worry. That didn't do a whole heck of a lot. We are going to use a miracle just in case. If he hits us with his other attack, it's probably going to be a bit of a pain. Evil Eye and the Robot does nothing. Another free attack. Hey, Lady Starbird, what's going on? I know, I'm so disappointed it's Seth. Yay, he's dead. Hooray! Who's got regen? Not you. Do you have regen? Nope. You have regen. Yeah. Yeah, Seth is dying. He's the new Chaz. Seth is the new Chaz. Figuring out the item swap stuff. Is it just like the coding isn't allowing for it, or? Yeah, I'm doing, I'm timing each walk, Lady Starbird, remember? Sword, don't need it. He's a ring. Oh, derp. It's okay. Just testing me? Well, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to Hein is out of here and move on to Courage. What usually you end up doing is you will use your guy to go Warp Break to Silence because it's faster. Some people choose to heal in between these fights. I usually do. It saves you probably a good 20 seconds not to, but I do just for... It would actually be even longer if you lost to the fight and had to reboot or reset. Okay, let's start the timer. So the right, I think, is the quickest way to go. Oh, where you can, yeah. Ignore the chest, take these stairs. And we go up. Take these stairs. Down. And the final stairs. So this one's about 35 seconds. For... down. Yeah, so is it just a matter of a vendor, like a store, being able to do it? Or can, like, you know, if you bring it to, like, Grandfather Doran or something, for example, can he do it? Or is the issue just where? Or... So here we have Zio in a place with really high mental. This could either go very well or very poorly, but I already know the answer to that question, so I'm just thinking out loud at this point. Doran, and I can, but I cannot remove the issues of him not giving you the item if Nervous is completed. Right, yes. Yeah. We had a discussion about that. Because in this, I thought this seed was broken. Power shield, blessing. And actually, while you're here, Lady Starbird, I have another question. As soon as this round is over. So we got Pawsy Bolts, we've got Blade, we've got Gid. Is it weird for him to have Spark twice? Does that happen very often? Oh, that is fixed. Oh, okay, cool. Oh! I totally forgot to use a crystal. What is... Are you serious?
Do you want me to bring you s'more? Chocolate chip cookies?
Maybe.
Extra crispy on the marshmallows?
Wow. Sure. Apparently the wife and kids are doing s'mores. That was a dingus error on my part, is not using the crystal. So let's... I was wondering why that killed him immediately. Okay, barrier. Vision. Oh, that was a real bonehead move. That was great. I have never done that before. Okay, crystal. So don't do that. Use crystal or use cycle wand on Zio. So this is a good lesson for anybody watching. You have to remove his magic barrier. Or A, you can't hit him. B, his one attack will instantly kill anything it hits. And you definitely don't want to do that. So Nightmare is going to be the problem. So the item crystal or the cycle one. That neutralizes his barrier, and now he can't insta-kill you. Now we can move on with the damage. Oh yeah, LSB, look at the new controller. And see. Here, I'll bring it into focus. There we go. 6 button, or 8 button, I guess. Nice. So can you turn a shop, like just like a tool shop, or maybe one of the shops in Iato into item swapping place? Is that even possible? Or can it even be like a random NPC? Or does it have to be someone who gives you... Oh, not that you can see. Or does it have to be like someone who normally gives you something? But that'd be cool if you were just to get like a guard item and then be able to just, whatever you happen to need at the time, just swap for it. May cost you a little bit of time, but it would probably save you a lot of headache. Guard sword. There's the Eclipse Torch. So in my run, I would have had to clear Rycross first, and then I could go get my final item in Grubberk, and I would have been able to save myself like a whole world of headache. But I don't have the Alcidian yet. I can't remember where that was. We did Kaderi. I don't know why that's not checked. So now we have the Eclipse Torch. I bet you it was in Nervous or Plate. It's no big deal. Anger's quick. I would probably reckon 15 to 20 seconds for Anger. Hey. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Okay. Oh, neat. I like Dragon's Tear because that's from Chrono Cross. The dog in Krupp. Is he always there? I never even noticed. Is Rocky always in Krupp in this game? Oh, Dragon's Tear is he always in Krupp, or is it random? Oh, good old Rocky. So I guess I'll go time Grubberk now. That way I can just finish Desolus off completely, never have to go back. What are your guesses on how long Grubberk's gonna take to climb? I may not get a perfect climb because I know most of Grubberk, like how it's laid out, but I may still make some mistakes. Up until you start the quest in vanilla. If you talk to him without Shortcake, then he goes to Monza and then Turbine and Crump. Oh, really? I thought it was random every time. Almost 2 minutes, eh? So, Air Castle, for example, it takes 1 minute and 10 seconds to get to the triplets on like a perfect, like, straight path. And then once you Highness and start again, it takes a full 2 minutes to get to Lashik. So it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds total, minus boss fights. He loops from what I see in the code. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I thought he was random every time, because I always had to hunt for the little bugger. That's cool to know, actually. Would have saved me a lot of hunting as a kid playing this game. It's so simple. All I had to do was look at the code and I would have known. Foolish young me was. How foolish. Oh, thanks. I've got this still. Okay. All right, let's go. Second floor, we go hit the eye. And that opens up the path to the right. So a lot of people, it mixes people up because they think, oh, that was a wall. Well, it opens up after you hit the eye. And then it leads you to this door. Over here, it's to the right. All the way around this junk. You have to loop around the entire floor and then move on to the left. Just a tiny little passageway over here. So everybody hates coming here. It takes so long. It's so maze-like. So many paths to choose. We're already in a minute and a half, and I'm only maybe halfway there. I think this is going to be a 2.5 minute walk. So, omit this door. We got to go into the farther door. Because we got to hit the second eye. Yep, a little over 2 minutes now. Now, that opens up a second door in this next room. That wouldn't otherwise be there. Not the next room, sorry, the room after. Yeah, this door here would not be there if we didn't hit the eye. And time. 2 minutes, 34 seconds to get through Garbage Tower, not including the boss. That is a large amount of time. For a guess, you know. Just give me one quick second. You're right, I could, but because I use an actual like DSLR camera as my webcam, if I turn it off, it would completely resize in OBS and it would just be way out of whack. So it wouldn't really work out that well. Yeah, one of the downsides to using an actual camera is you're not as flexible in OBS with it as you would something that has dedicated software. So I just went to a quick BRB screen to quickly mow down a s'more without, you know, being rude. Nobody wanted to see me shove that thing in my face. I do use OBS, yeah. From what I've always been told, it is probably the better of the choices, although it's been nothing but issues for me. overall, it mostly just because it doesn't save my settings all the time drives me nuts. Yeah, you know what? Anorex, yeah, might as well. Hide on the camera source. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even remember that was a thing, to be perfectly honest. That's okay, next time. Yep. Yeah, I see. I know what you're talking about now. Didn't even think about it. Real genius over here. Genius at work. And there's the Alshleen. Oh my goodness. What a twist. So now we did Garubert. Garubert is garbage. Two minutes, 34 seconds. But one of the cool things about beating this tower is now you get to look at Desolus all pretty and free of snow. So we'll head back to Tyler, we'll head back to the spaceport. So generally most runners will save that tower for last, because I mean, you see how long it takes. 2 minutes, 34 seconds to climb, plus usually a really tough boss battle. You know, even at the best of times, that boss battle's going to take you 5 minutes, so, you know, you're looking at almost 8 minutes of time, potentially longer, depending on your level and actually what boss is there, to rip through, just for one check that may be nothing. So, this seed, I probably could have got through in 45 minutes had I gone to Red Cross and then Garubrik right away and got it out of the way. Then I would have been able to rip back and get the seed finished. I would have been the right level, had the right gear. But however, my own, I guess, stubbornness, if you will, made me save it to last, and then 1 hour, 27 minutes later. One option, generally, especially if you have like most of your checks on Desolus, is to just go, even if, because you will even sometimes have Gerberg as one of your hunt missions. So the only one left to have is talk to Seed. They just got the item and can do that. But if you have one of these missions as Gerberg Tower, you're gonna stuff there anyway. It's probably worth it to just rip through Desolus as a whole and save yourself that time of having to, you know, rocket ship back and forth a couple of times. So we are going to head to Motivia. Lady Starbird, based on strength being 25 seconds and courage being 34 seconds, without having to go back to anger, would you say 20 seconds is probably a good guess for anger? If I don't have to go back to it. But however, we are going to do nervous right now. I mean, I'll run anger if it's super important, but I'm willing to bet that it's probably 20 seconds. It's very short, yeah. Just for the sake of time, not having to fly back to Rycross or whatever, we can average it to 25 seconds. So there's the lines I was talking about. Usually lead you. However, this first door, those lines would lead you astray because that's not the way to go. You gotta come down here. But like I said, that's a good just general rule. Following these things is usually the right way. This is second set of doors where you go through. That open door is just a chest. Nothing special there. So an hour 31, approximately for Nervous. Probably should have saved because this is Dark Falls, one of my least favorite bosses in this entire randomizer. It's cool looking. I just hate fighting it. What's that? Power shield. Yeah, I'm gonna, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna average anger out to about 20 seconds. A bolt. We'll do Air Slash. We'll do Magid. You can just attack one of these guys. So the Mirages will have about 900 hit points apiece. They're probably the toughest part about this fight, but once they're down, the rest of it's cake. Okay, so the tonneau check from Valley Maze to Cellar, if you don't stop for any chests whatsoever, is 1 minute 27 seconds. From beginning to end. There's the guard armor. Yeah, I know. I was a little surprised myself. It was not that long of a thing. So Nervous we've got. So I guess we'll hop over to the Zima since it's right there. Now we're gonna use the Alshlane and we're gonna start timing once we walk into the dungeon, like right into Birth Valley. Yeah, 1 minute 27 seconds. Kiran is 1 minute 32, so it's actually almost, it's a touch longer doing Kiran, but you also have a boss, so there's a little bit of a difference there as well. I'm sure if you went right down to the step, you could probably save yourself like fractions of a second, but these are very direct routes. The only time I got a little bit turned around and went slightly the wrong way was on Kiran. I've already accounted for that second loss. So 132 is pretty accurate. But if you're button pressing and pathing were like 100% spot on, you might save yourself like half a second at best. Right, exactly. We don't need, you know, every half second counts. Minute 12, there's the Photon Eraser. Minute 12's a little bit longer than I thought it would take to get through here, actually. So we've done Zima. Technically, yes. We're in the area, so we are going to now do the Howl. I thought I grabbed Nalia. Yeah, I did. So right now, normally, we are done all of our hunt missions. The edge is opened up, and we would be heading there under normal circumstances. But right now, we're not. It's clear. I'll just save in the beginning of the dungeon instead. The Howl's kind of annoying because you gotta go all the way around. Not the worst dungeon in the world, but it's just an annoying path. And then we go to the right. Left is just a chest. You don't need it. Then we go up the little... I don't even know what you call that thing. Weird, I'm getting frame drops. Is there always frame drops in this place? Never noticed it before. So 103 to get through. It is random, yeah, that's bizarre. To get through the Howl. Not drop my controller because that's not good. And it's Alice. We don't have to worry about being safe. We can just give her everything. Give her everything. The Howl boss has what? 1,800 hit points? Something like that? Not even. Stun shot, we don't need it. 800 or 900, okay, cool. So we run the Howl. Now we're gonna warp over to Monson because we are going to check out the plate system, which is right beside Monson, essentially, just slightly north. Ah, triplet fight, gotcha. It's 800 per. Nice. More snacks. It's exactly what I need. Nice. Thanks, bud. Okay. See ya. Perfect. And we are 51 seconds. There's the Alcidian. So it was in the plate system. It's Chaz's best weapon. We are going to equip that. So plate is 51 seconds. Now there's only 2 places that we already got the diesel ring, got that. Okay, perfect. So those 2 places left, Anger Tower, which we pretty much already know is about 20 seconds long. It's a very short dungeon. It might not even be 20 seconds, but just for the sake of averages, not having to fly all the way there, we're definitely going to just assume it's 20 seconds. Next is Soldier's Temple, which is... It seems like the general consensus, it's everybody's second most hated place to go. And I definitely warped to the wrong place, but it's no big deal. Just heal while I'm here. We're going to go to Krupp. And Soldier's Temple is literally right here, right across the water from Krupp. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's gonna be about a minute 20. So there's, again, maze-like, a lot of paths to choose. Damn it. But it's the very far back middle. And then this always screws me up. You gotta kind of go... You gotta go to the left, but you gotta kind of come right over that little hill hump there. And then go back all the way to the left and down. Actually, it's a lot quicker than I remembered. And then it's just straight up. You're done. Right through the doorway. 45 seconds. And there's Rephase. I knew I remember seeing him somewhere. This is usually a really crappy fight. So we're gonna be on the safe side here. And just get everything set up. That's probably not going to hit. This is an extraordinarily tough boss fight. At the best of times. Having Rephase here sucks, because he's immune to, like, literally everything. Everything except for light, I think it is. Because McGinn's a light spell, correct? If I remember correctly. But you can hit him with his own McGinn, so that's cool. We got 5 miracles, we're good. So yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Photon Eraser is gonna hit for sure. 68, that's not terrible. So you can just straight up attack. Ray Blade, McGinn, attack, and Miracle. And I think this area has really high HP as well. Pretty safe here, though. We're at a high enough level where this isn't an issue. Or, I spoke too soon. One of the two. You know how it goes. Just Miracle here. Why it started hitting so hard all of a sudden? Yeah, Rephase is just one of those bosses that you just never like seeing. Like, some areas he doesn't hit very hard, but it's so hard to hit him. Unless you just have the right spells. Or the right weapons. Guess you can, Ataraxia. And you can miss off. Now, because I'm out of miracles, it's taking one more bit of damage out of play here, so I can heal. Attack, Ray Blade, You can Magid. I'll let you... Where's my Guard Rod? Guard Rod. Oh, you also enter Axia. So I can keep hitting with Magid. Got him. But this is a nice check because there's actually 2. Oh, we got the Spoony Bard. Spoony Bard. And a Plasma Field, which I'm actually going to take. We'll give that to Seth. You are going to go to Mile. I've got 1 Guard Rod, which should be enough. Yeah, I'll be fine. We are going to do a quick heal, and we're going to live life in the edge. We're going to go fight PD3, and then we're going to end this run. Not that it was a legit run anyhow. For kicks and giggles, let's time our way through the edge. Edge is a little disorienting if you don't know, but you take the left path. It's hard to see if you've never been here before. There's a couple spots that deviate, but it's not really a big deal. I don't think there's a general rule of thumb that I can remember. Maybe you just stick to the left. Yeah, I think you just stick to the left. And you'll get there. So Edge is about a 52-second walk. Should we save for soldiers? Shoot. Okay, barrier. Get everybody set up. Barrier, vision, Swift Helm. You can use your POW shield. You can use Blessing. That's going to get everybody set up. I'm also going to use, or get Chaz to use POW shield for when he runs out Ray Blades. And then we're gonna go all out. Possible. We're gonna get you to also use the POW shield. You are going to Narez Seth because he just got hit huge. And you are going to attack. And I forgot to write down the time for Esper Mansion, so I'm probably going to have to go back and do that. Oh well. Beyblade, Kid, attack. So if I remember, first phase has about 4,000 hit points, but can trigger transform at about 50% of that. The second phase has about 5,000 and can trigger at 50%. Third phase has 12,999. Oof. So first and second phases, you kind of want to save more of your limited skills. Do as much damage as quickly as possible, but save some of your more limited stuff for phase 3. But phase 1 is a good, because it's only single target, it's good, easy to get all your buffs set up and get yourself in a position where you can quickly take down round 2. Because he starts hitting pretty hard. I'm going to save my miracles, actually. I'm just going to recover. And then I'm going to hit with the Ray Blade. You're going to hit with the Gid. Attack. And you are going to Nisar. I got lots of Ataraxia, so I don't have to worry about Nisar so much. Takes a ton of MP, but... we got lots of... That's enough where I'll feel safe doing that. Gid, attack, you can Nisar. Having macros set up a lot of times makes these fights a little bit easier, where you can get through like the more common scenarios quickly. But because these fights can change so much in the blink of an eye, sometimes even the more experienced runners just abandon them completely. And some of the best music in the game, and PD round 3. First round is always an all-out. You can straight up attack, you don't have to worry about being interrupted. You can just get everything out in the open and get a nice damage round in. But you're going to be met immediately with a Magid, which is going to hurt. So then you're going to be doing a healing round. And then after that, all bets are off. So we are going to focus on damage. And we're going to be using our miracles. We got 5 of them. 5 rounds of miracles. So we can pretty much just focus on doing as much damage as possible while those get used. Single target hit on Ren. So we're going to do a quick recover. We're going to play it safe here. The Gid. I will do another Ataraxia while I can. This Kira doesn't have a huge MP pool, so keeping it topped up while she's doing Magid, usually a good idea. See, now I'm going to have another healing round. Oops. Pulse Bolt, Free Blade, Magid, attack, and Miracle. So as soon as the miracles are done, I gotta switch to Recover for Ren, and then Nisara for Raja, so that now takes 2 fighters out every healing round. Another single target against Ren. I don't have to worry about healing because that was a very weak roll. So I'm not going to worry about that one too much. I'm going to focus on, you know, doing another Ataraxia round while I can. I think Ren's got a ton of HP and guard armor, so... perfect. Possible, Ray Blade, Magid, attack, and Miracle. I have 3 left, so now I'll have 2 left after this. But we've been doing enough damage where I don't think it's really going to be a big deal. I got outturned. That almost never happens. And I am really shocked it did. We're going to do a healing round. Yeah, being outturned, especially when you have like a buff to your speed, like by Swift Helm, that just doesn't happen often. I'm going to recover again, play it safe. In fact, that's really going to be the first time I've ever seen it happen. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna attack this time. Make up some damage. 300. Woo. Canceling. Cancelling's dangerous. The odds are really low. Exactly, yeah. I've never seen that before. Canceling is dangerous because now I'm completely debuffed again. One Magid is probably going to wipe the party. Well, very close to wipe the party. Probably kill a couple of the weaker characters. So now I got to spend a round and get everything back up again. And just hope I don't get outturned before barrier goes up. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Buzz a bolt. Oop. Not that. Ray Blade. You can use Magid. Attack and Miracle. Everybody, yeah, it probably would have. It would have been very close, though. But I'm also super leveled. Like, usually you come into this at, like, level 38 or so. And that's when it gets scary, because you get outturned, and sometimes you'll use canceling, then Magid again immediately. And if you get outturned, you know, that's almost like a game over at that point. No, you know what? Magid. Attack. One more Miracle. But this fight's really close to over, so it probably doesn't matter. And that's exactly what I thought. I was trying to keep count. I was sure I was close to that 13 mark, but turns out I was right. So the only time I forgot to mark down was Esper Mansion. I think it was very, very close to a minute 40. I am gonna rerun it just to see. And we also have the great lady Starbird here in chat. Dumpster, Noob, Apple Lady, Grappery. I don't know how to pronounce the second guy's name. That's okay. Cap Canadian. Woo! We did it. So we really don't need to go through these since we've been to literally every area. It's not really a big deal, but I am going to just rip back to Desolus. Retime. We're gonna retime Esper Mansion because I did not write it down. Because derp. Flights are exactly 8 seconds. I don't know if you knew that, but flights are 8 seconds. I was a little late on the draw there, so we can just knock 1 second off. Yeah, so every unnecessary flight you take, that's 8 more seconds off your run. You know, if you do an average of like 6 flights, do the math. It's like almost a minute, basically. I mean, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really, 1 minute could cost you, right? So 45 seconds for Esper Mansion. I thought it was a little longer than that, given the... Okay, perfect. Since I'm out and about anyway, let's just head over to Desolus and do Anger, just for the sake of completion, I guess. Yeah, I timed the space flight just to be on the safe side. Another interesting one was Zio's Fort. It's 44 seconds to Juza, 10 more seconds after that to Demi. So about a minute total, approximately. Okay, I'll give it a second just because the that flash animation usually takes a second. So we go left side, down to the stairs, and to the boss. 20 seconds. Yeah, we were pretty well spot on. Really? Mile? Do you want me to tie Mile? I'll do it. Oh, Desert Leech. Really? Sandstorm? Wow. Guard rope. And now we've completed the entire, I can't do anything from here. Now we've completed everything. We've timed it all. We went through the basics. We went through a little bit of strategy, a little bit of routing. Everything's timed, so now we have an idea of, you know, what will save us time, where to route. We're gonna go back to silence. So, starting from the top, the Academy, once you go through town and enter those stairs, it's 15 seconds. Not stopping for any chests, just 15 seconds straight to the boss. Next, Zima Birth Valley, 1 minute 12 to get from the entrance of Birth Valley straight to Seed. Next, we have Ladea Towers, 48 seconds to climb, not stopping for any chests. It would probably take you an extra second and a half to grab that chest at second from the top floor. The rest of the chests aren't worth it. Nervous is 1 minute 31 from the second you walk into the thing to break the barrier and then down the stairs, 1 minute 31. Next up is the passageway. Takes you 40 seconds if you grab both chests. One of them is a check, so it's usually good idea to grab both. So that'll take you 40 seconds to grab both and walk through it. Molcom, I timed specifically for because you have to go there. It's gonna take you time. You don't have to, but it is a check. It's not a town. You're not going to busy yourself, but just to walk through Molcom is 10 seconds, including grabbing the item from Rune. That's just a 10 seconds straight from bottom to top. I got the dog to give the item now. Nice! That's awesome. I like it. I can't wait to try that out. I will try that out, and I'm going to stream that one. That's going to be Phantasy Star Friday, I think. If you have the updated randomizer ready to go by Friday, and it hasn't been released yet, send me a seed. I want to try that. Next stop is the Fissure in Monson. Once you drop down the hole, I started timing, and Monson Fissure is 14 seconds to get. Really? I wonder why that is. So dog appears in Krupp and Monson, but only works in Monson. So the Fissure, from the time you drop in to the time you get to the boss, is 14 seconds. The plate system, 51 seconds from beginning to end. Rappy Cave is 18 seconds. And not to mention the boss. Soldier's Temple, 47 seconds up to the peak, not the temple. Next is Vahal. Where's Vahal? We're gonna light that up. Vahal. 1 minute, 3 seconds. It's actually quicker than Is that quicker than plate? It's quicker than, or slightly longer than plate. Almost dead on though. Valley Maze and Tenno, right down to the cellar to grab the 2 chests there. That is 1 minute and 27 seconds. The wreckage itself is 47 seconds. Not including stopping for any chests, except for the 2 that are like right there. I grabbed those ones because they don't cost any extra time, because they are right there. Zyle's Fort was 44 seconds to Juza, or whatever the boss is, the minor boss, and then an additional 10 seconds to walk up those stairs and grab Demi's check, and then head out. Kuran was a quite long dungeon at 1 minute 32. Zelan, I timed, as soon as I entered Zelan, I grabbed all 6 chests and the check. That is 40 seconds. 40 seconds to run through, grab the 6 chests, the check, and then head out. Let's see. Eric Castle is easily by far the longest dungeon. It's actually longer than Garbage Tower. Yeah, I'm going to post it on Discord for sure. Absolutely. I'm going to share it with everybody. We're just doing a recap. So, Eric Castle, and I don't know why Grubik Tower, once you understand what Garbage Tower's layout is and you can run through it, it's actually not that bad. Grubik has 2 minutes and 34 seconds, and then there's one boss. Sometimes a tough boss, so it might take you a few minutes there. But Eric Castle will take you 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and you have 2 boss fights. One would be pretty easy, probably get through it in a minute or 2, but the bottom boss could take you several minutes too. So Eric Castle is by far the longest dungeon in the game. Way worse than Gerber Tower. But yes, it is more condensed. There is 2 checks there, so sometimes it's worth spending the extra time. But I digress. It still is the longest. It could be the longest amount of time you spend in this game in one place. Climate Center was relatively breezy at 41 seconds. There are 2 bosses there. It was in Vanilla too. Yeah. Well, Vanilla Air Castle was 10 times worse. It was my least favorite place to be. Vanilla, it's one of the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest dungeons in the game. Very big maze, tons of hard enemies, 2 hard bosses, and you lose your main healer in the game just before you enter into it. Climate Center, there's 2 bosses, so it takes it's a little bit, the time at 41 seconds is a little deceiving. The entrance boss can be tough, has a lot of hit points. I think it's 2,000 hit points. But the end boss, the minor boss at the end, is pretty breezy. No big deal there. Esper Mansion, 45-second walkthrough. If you want to stop and grab the 4 chests, it could probably take you an extra 10 seconds. So let's say about a minute if you want to grab all the chests while you're there. Gruberk, as we just recapped, it's 2 minutes 34, 2 minutes 35 seconds. If you pathed a little bit better than me, you probably save a second or 2. Boss can be a big pain in the butt. Easy to get lost in though, so Gumbius Temple, 13 seconds to go in and grab all the chests. That's not a big deal. The Hangar was 16 seconds to walk through. I did not grab any chests. Grabbing the extra chests probably would take an extra 10-15 seconds. Mist Valley was 42 seconds. It's actually quite long for a really short place. But there's no boss there, so it's just under a minute to in and out. Weapons was 44 seconds, which is just slightly longer than Mist Valley. No boss, just a quick check. Then we went to Anger Tower. It was 20 seconds. We did time it. It was 20 seconds. Courage, 34 seconds. Slightly longer, slightly harder. So I would recommend anyone who's doing those 3 dungeons in Rycross to leave Courage for last. Silence, to walk around it and grab every chest, including the check, was 41 seconds. Strength was 25 seconds, very short. Boss is usually not bad depending on who's there. And your space travel time's 8 seconds. I did not time my 8 because some people go in, grab the chest, and leave. Some people go there and do some shopping. It differs for every run. But that's generally what you're looking at, so... other than that, we're done with the run. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves, and I hope everybody learned something. I expect to see your homework done and turned in before Friday. And, yeah! And if anybody has any questions, I'm sure there's a lot of people from the Bazaar lurking and watching, so if you have any more questions, let me know. If you want to run the seed, we can run through it together, no big deal. Other than that, I am going to sign off here and get ready to end my night. Thanks everybody for watching, thanks for stopping by. IG, thanks for the raid. Falcon, thanks for the raid. You guys are absolute legends. It was a super big coincidence that you happened to raid at the same time. I don't know how you pulled that off, but like, thank you. Thank you. Everybody have yourselves a good night, and we will see you Friday for Phantasy Star Fridays. Keep kicking it old school.